Hey there, this is Matt once again. I figured why not review another film that Brandon had sent me. Now, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to review all the films he sent me because there's quite a few movies which I definitely thank him for. It's very, very cool. But I figured, I ranted on one, let me talk about one that I liked. And that's called The Ritual, which I guess this debuted on Netflix. I don't have Netflix, so... You don't have Netflix? No, I just don't have Netflix. I don't have them. I just don't. And this is a pretty damn decent one. A couple of the Netflix things I've seen, I liked Spectral. I know a lot of people didn't, but I liked it. Really, really enjoyed Bright with Will Smith. And this one was pretty damn decent. It's four friends. They go hiking in Sweden. It's not subtitled or anything. They're speaking English. But they're in Sweden. Strange things start to happen. The film sort of goes on a leisure pace, but this did it well. I gotta give credit. And it's surprising because it's the same guy who directed one part of The Signal, which I haven't seen, but I know my friend Effrey hated that. And I think a couple directors worked on that, like certain segments. And then he did Amateur Night and VHS, which I think that's the one where the woman's like, "You like me? You like me?" And he's like, "Oh, I wonder if she's fucked up." Oh, she is fucked up. Wow, big surprise. And I hated VHS, and I hated that segment of VHS. That fucking movie sucks. So it surprised me. Wow, this is actually a pretty good movie. It uses and shoots the woods very well. They chose a great location. The woods are creepy and atmospheric, and just creepy fucking woods that they're in. So it's well shot. Cinematography does a good job with this. The score fit the film well. The film it takes its time, but at the same time, it's well done. I don't know if I'd call it an old school horror film, but it's a bit of a monster movie with a really cool looking monster, which I won't give away until I get to spoilers at the end, but it's a really cool design on the monster. And it does that nice thing where it gives you glimpses. You see a hand, but it's one of those things that you see far away, like, do I see anything? And then the hand like goes like this, like, what the hell was that? Or people walking, and then you see something, it's like, what the hell was that? You have to rewind and say, oh shit, I saw something in the back there. It does that better than fairly well. It does that very well. The actors do a good job. I didn't see any bad acting in the movie. Even though Rosa, I said leisurely paced, but that's not always a bad thing. This I thought was done well, and it's only an hour and 30-some minutes long, so it doesn't overstay its welcome. And I liked the story. The ending was satisfying. This is not giving too much away, just the very beginning of the film where this happens. You have a character going through an arc, dealing with something that happened to him. I thought that was done pretty damn decently. I liked how they did that. And I guess I'm being kind of vague on it, but I think don't expect action. Don't expect tons of gore. There's a couple of like grisly aftermath stuff. But there's some pretty like effective sequences, some really good looking shots. It's not a shitty ending, thankfully. Seems that it's rare nowadays in horror movies. A lot of times they give this last minute shitty ending. Thankfully they didn't do that. It's like just end the movie. Exactly. And the effects for the monster and other stuff, for a film that went just to Netflix, because I don't think this went into theaters. I certainly didn't remember it in theaters. Pretty damn good effects. So I gotta go into spoilers. So starting now with spoilers. Alright. Like I said, the actors do a good job. The lead guy, I liked his arc, where at the beginning, like 5 minutes in, he's at this convenience store with a friend of his. And these robbers come in, and the lead guy's hiding while the other guy is with the robbers. And the robber tells the guy, "Give me your ring." He's like, "No, I don't want to take off my ring." And then the guy hits him with a knife, and the lead freezes while his friend's getting hit with a knife. And the way it was done, I thought worked well, because I could understand why he didn't rush in there. But at the same time, I can understand why he feels guilty as well. He feels like he's a coward, and that plays as a little bit of arc throughout the film. But it's like, at the beginning, it's not like I'm getting mad at the guy. Like, "What the fuck you doing, you fucking pussy?" I understood it. And that could be done poorly. And whether it's shot the wrong way, or it's edited the wrong way, or the circumstances, the events are done badly, it can make you hate the lead guy, or like not sympathize. But here it made sense. Like, it makes me think of Richard Pryor. The only hero is a sandwich, you know? What, do you think I'm Superman? And I'm going to kick your ass, Superman? No. And it made sense. Like, I could understand why. It's sometime later, the four friends go out in the woods. One of the guys gets hurt, so they decide to take this shortcut. Again, great scenery. Like, really good looking scenery. The way the woods look, very creepy. They find this animal ripped open and hung in the trees. They keep finding these symbols. I'm like, fuck, this is a better Blair Witch movie than the Blair Witch remake. Oh, I'm sorry, sequel. I meant sequel. It is a sequel, but yeah. It's a sequel, but they pretty much made a remake. Wow, stuff in trees and symbols? Fuck, this is a better Blair Witch. This is a better Blair Witch fucking sequel than Blair Witch. Or Book of Shadows Blair Witch 2. Like, this is... It's weird. This is like the better Blair Witch Project sequel. And they find this animal. They keep going this path. They find this cabin. They also find this weird scarecrow. Speaking of Blair Witch, like, instead of the twigs, they find this weird scarecrow thing in the attic that has no head and it has these antlers for hands. It's just like, okay, wow, what's this about? And throughout the film, the guy starts having these visions, or nightmares, daymares, however you want to call them, where he's back in that store, and you get the idea, it's not just him having these, he's sort of being given these. And you find out later why. But he's sort of being made to see these, because his other friends wake up and they're scared too with whatever they were dreaming of. And he even finds one guy naked and praying to the thing in the attic. And then he snaps out and says, "I don't know what the hell happened." And the four of them leave on this path. And that's where you get, like, again, it sort of cranks itself up. There's one thing, like, the lead guy's looking off in the distance. Then I see someone and, like, a hand that goes like this and disappears. There's another thing where he can figure that it's something big, and he warns them. He's like, "Okay, yeah, let's just keep going," like trying to get out of there. And also, something I picked up, from time to time, it's nice that they do certain smart things. For example, they keep going, there's another cabin. You think we should go there? Nope. And they keep going past that cabin. Later on, there's a couple people, they see March going this way. "We're not going that way, right?" "Nope." And they go the other way. So, like, little bits of, like, okay, I appreciate that a little bit, I appreciate that a little bit. Sometimes it's the little things to appreciate. He's given another vision, and then the shadow passes over his tent, and he sees this fucking other tent being ripped open, ripped up, and a person has been taken. And they find that person has been hung on a tree, like impaled on a tree. And then the three of them are trying to get out of the woods. There's this one nice shot where they go off here, and you see someone just standing still, and then when it moves up, oh shit, that's what that was. Certain shots like that could be pretty effective. There's one moment where a guy's with a flashlight. It's like a wide shot. The guy's like back here. All of a sudden, just taken, just yanked, and just yanked away. And he gets found impaled on a fucking tree. And again, throughout the film, you see little bits. There's one point where they see like these big antler type things coming from the treetops, and like, what the hell is that? As they're looking up, and they just run for it. When they get to this cabin, they get knocked out, tied up, and there's this cult of people that worship this beast. And pretty much, they worship it, and they give sacrifices because they have no more pain, no more death. They get to live longer. You either kneel or you get killed. And it seems like this creature wants people with great pain, aka guilt. Which is why our lead guy earlier on got these 3 punchers, and why he's given these visions to keep circulating his pain, his guilt. And the creature likes that. The creature wants that. I guess because great pain, they'll be easier to convert into worshippers or something, to mess with, to fuck with their head. Which I thought was an interesting idea. I thought it was an interesting motive, interesting take on it. His last friend gets taken as a sacrifice, and the lead guy gets out. He like breaks his thumb or something, and this weird little scene where he gets this torch and he goes up like to the attic of the cabin. There's all these weird like mummified corpses that are moving and kind of yelling and done practically. And it's like, what the fuck are these things? I guess they're worshippers as well, but they're they're not looking their best. And I like the idea. He's like, he doesn't say this, but he's like, fuck this, and just burns them all with the torch. And for some reason, this pisses the creature off. I say for some reason because when the creature comes back, even the other worshippers outside kneeling, he just kills them all. So I don't know what it is about the mummified corpses that he liked so much that he's like, fuck all you other guys. I'll kill you all. I don't know what the deal was with that. Like, you killing, I thought you needed worshippers. You're killing all your worshippers. Kind of seems like a dumb move on the monster. So maybe that's one thing. Maybe I would like a little bit explanation. Like, if they had it, it went over my head. If someone can feel free to explain to me. Were those the central worshippers that he liked the most, or? Because he burned them, and then like the lead guy burned those mummified moving corpses. The monster kills the rest of his worshippers, I guess, because you didn't protect them, but you don't hear that. So I don't know what the deal was. And so there's like only one guy left, the lead guy. But I also like that not only does he burn that, he gets some of his shots in where there's this one cult that he punches her in the face. There's another that he shoots. He tries to run. And this really great looking shot where the monster, you see its shadow over the burning of the cabin. And it's picked one person up, one of its worshippers, and is walking over to here. Oh, just the way it was shot, the way the lighting was, it looked really cool. And the monster, I guess I can get into the design of the monster. It kind of seems like someone that would be in John Carpenter's The Thing. I mean, it doesn't change form, but it seems like something that would be one of the forms of The Thing. If it wasn't in the winter, if it was like in the woods. Like if The Thing somewhere around the woods, this seems like a form that maybe it'd take. Just as an amalgamation of like an elk body, a big body, elk body, 4 legs, with hooves, but then like the torso of a person with no head, and then like it's like hands here and like hands here, so it's like it has 4 arms, and then like its eyes are kind of by its stomach. There's one part where the guy gets sacrificed. He saw his loved one, but then he's fooled, and it's this thing looking back at him with these sort of beady, bright light eyes. Not bright light, like literally bright light, but they're just points of light, which are its eyes. Just a really interesting, unique design of a creature. And the effects are pretty damn well done for this. Again, this movie, I have to assume, is pretty low budget. Didn't look low budget, but a decent sized budget. I really appreciate that. I'm like, well, fuck, these guys can do it, but yet big studios can't do it. Fuck if I know. And the thing keeps making the guy, chases the lead guy, keeps making him try to kneel because, I want you to worship me, as if saying, hey, you're a coward, this pain you have, you just kneel for me, that's it. And the guy is thinking, and I like the character art, he overcomes being a coward, which I didn't think he was. I can understand his guilt. I would not have called him a coward. Like, I can understand at the beginning why. Like the whole thing of, it's okay to be scared. I understood at the beginning. But I have to say, I understand his guilt too. So I thought I did that effectively. And I like that he gets this axe. He hits the thing with the axe. Escapes. And the creature can't go, outside the realm of the woods. And he's escaped, and he walks off into the safety, and not a downbeat ending. So yeah, I mean, other than maybe a little bit like understanding why the creature killed the rest of his worshippers when those few in the attic died, and maybe get a few hits on the creature, like a few whacks with the axe. Like cutting this, like maybe cutting this, cutting that. Or even killing it. Either killing it and chopping it to bits or getting a few more hits on the axe. But those are like little nitpicks. Other than that, this was a pretty damn decent flick. I do see myself watch this again sometime down the road. Yeah, I liked The Ritual. I liked the story, the ideas, the direction, the arc of the lead character, the motive, so to speak, of the creature. I liked the design of the creature. I liked how they don't show us too much. And then when the reveal, it's effective design, so the reveal paid off. Kept me interested to see what was going to happen next. Great location, the scenery, the way the woods look. The woods themselves look pretty damn deadly. And the acting was solid. The acting was not bad. Overall, a pretty solid flick. I gotta say, The Ritual. Pretty solid flick. I liked it. So either way, thanks for watching. Take care, and we will see you later. Bye-bye.